All right, so we're going to take a look at Grow As We Go by Ben Platt. And we have the capo up on the 8th fret. And we're going to be looking just at like the intro, those first 4 chords that go like this. Okay, so that is, roughly what we're dealing with. Okay, so I looked at, I learned this part based off of a guitar tab, from songster.com. I think it's pretty accurate. So I'm basically, this is the what I'm referring to, and I'm only playing the first 1, 2, 3, 4 measures for this video. So we're going to be dealing with 4 different chords. Chord shapes. So the first chord shape that we're going to deal with is like a C. The next chord we're going to be dealing with is an A minor 7, which all we got to do is get rid of that 3rd finger from that C chord, replace it with the open A string. There's our minor 7 shape to F major 7 shape. So I'm using my thumb to play that note on the low E string, using my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret after the capo on the D, middle finger 2nd fret, 1st fret for my index finger, and then I'm going to be going to a kind of a G chord, but I'm just going to use my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and we'll kind of do a little hammer on when we get there with the 1st fret. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through each chord and measure and kind of talk about what I am doing, like where I'm picking. Okay, so for the C chord, for the first thing that we're doing, I'm keeping these hands, or my hand, in sort of this ready position. I'm leaving my thumb on top of that A string. My 1st finger is going to be underneath the D string, middle finger underneath G, 3rd finger underneath B, and then my pinky can be underneath E. So this is my ready position for this chord. Anytime, my thumb's always going to be playing any note on that A string. So let's go through this little riff. So I'm going to start off where I am going to pluck the A, G, and B string with my thumb, middle, and ring. And I'm going to play index, middle, and then that second part is going to go thumb, ring, index, middle. So the first the first half measure, and then the second half is going to go, we're going to do that pluck again with our thumb, middle, and ring. And we do that little walk down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that whole first measure is going to go like this. One more time. Okay, now we're going to get into that A minor 7 chord. So I am in this shape now. So I'm going to follow thumb, index, ring for that first grouping of 3. The next is a grouping of 4, which is going to go thumb, middle, index, and then pinky on the high E. So when I play that first half, I have... And then the second half of that measure is going to go thumb, middle, index, ring, thumb, middle, thumb on the low E. So I have... Oh. So that's the A minor 7 shape. Now I'm going to switch to the F major 7 shape. So I got my thumb, and I'm going to do, so now I have to get my thumb on the low E string. So now my thumb is going from, switching from controlling the A string to controlling the low E string. All the other fingers are going to stay the same for which, string they're controlling. So now I'm going to go thumb, first finger, third finger. Then that second part is going to go up, thumb, middle, index, pinky. So when I put those first two together, and then the second half of that measure is going to go thumb, middle, index, ring, thumb, middle, index. So when I put it all together, I have now we're going to get into that last chord shape, which is that G. And I'm just going to use my ring finger. So I have my first 3 notes, thumb, index, middle. And then the second grouping goes thumb, middle, index, ring. So I have the first 2. And then we have, well, let me just hear that part. All right, so then we have, so that's the second half. So I'm using my thumb, ring, middle, index, ring, thumb and ring, middle, index, ring for that second half. So when I put that whole measure together, I have. And when it goes back into the, I'll go back into the original. Okay, so I'm hoping that's helping a little bit, but that is Grow As We Go, the first really just 4 chords of that song. All right, and that is how to play it.